Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
We got this.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And the defense could not have written it. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2 unsuccessful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Go.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Y'all know who
That'll be a
fucking
loss of 4
bro.
yards on the play.
Trying to roll
and it'll
me.
bring up a 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. They run. It's Mark Ingram. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year. Led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. Now the pass brought in by Roberts. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First quarter, and now he already 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the end on the opening drive. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Derek Nottie came into the league with the reputation of being a good run defender, and he's done nothing to dispel that. Nice play there by him. And, you know, he's one of those guys, partner, that when you look at him in shorts and he goes through all the drills, he does just fine. But you put football pads on him, and he turns into the terror we just saw in the last play.
Check 43. Check 31. Check 31.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Easy work. It's easy work. It's coming again.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Jackson from the shotgun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes complete. The tight end Kelsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Yellow. Argo Willie.
Mahomes now on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. First and 10. Now the second down throw on target. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Here's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. I don't even know why this team showed up. Hey, Mike's 50.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his first career NFL touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. They go play fake. Mahomes.
Gotta like what we're seeing.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he's got Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Man open left side is Brown. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw again is Jackson. Caught right side at Snead. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans. But then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Jackson throwing the out route and complete. That's Brown. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Everyone got pull out. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
And Jackson throwing once more. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Touchdown, Ravens.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Let's go. Get set. Mike's 50. Here we go, D.
Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
And we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37. Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On second down, Ingram. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson rolling to his right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Well, everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Go 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Ricky.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Still going. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Jackson on 1st down, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson to throw again. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. An excellent gain, 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Jackson now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but to show them a lot of different looks. And they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Jackson throwing again. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Here we go. Here we go. Take the flag. Guaranteed. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Check.
Ingram again. Ingram's got the 1st down and more. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 16 yards, a 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Get one. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson, option right. And an alley to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Yellow, yellow.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Ravens, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll